La 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 la. Oh, hey, how are you? Don't mind me, just pulling a Jamie Lannister over here. Just kidding, it's actually the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm from the future. Science fiction often presents us with an exaggerated idea of the future of humanity fused with technology. Mechanical bodies, bionic eyes, and interchangeable limbs are all things that sound really cool and futuristic, except that it's not science fiction, nor is it the future. These things are available right now. Here are 10 new technologies that will make you a cyborg. Number 10 is a finger flash drive. Fingers are what make mankind superior, or at the very least advanced, over the animal kingdom, and allow us to do all kinds of things like use tools. Well, Finnish computer programmer Jari Jalava took that to a whole nother level when he installed a 2 GB USB flash drive into one of his fingers. Hey lady, don't mind me, just downloading yo info. The cyber-fingered man from Finland didn't remove the ring finger on his left hand to accomplish this goal. Instead, he actually lost it in a motorcycle accident when he crashed into a deer. The doctors joked that since he was a computer nerd, he might as well replace his finger with a finger drive, but Jalava took them up on that. His fake finger looks like a real finger, but it's detachable so he can insert it into a computer. Now that's all well and good, but I'm sure you're thinking the same as me. Why would you insert a 2 gig flash drive? That is a very small amount. You can get like a terabyte on that biatch now. Think ahead, bruh, think ahead. Number 9 are smart prosthetic limbs. You can do almost anything with a smartphone nowadays, from order dinner to meet the love of your life and take super flattering selfies with digital cat ears. But did you know that you can also control prosthetic limbs? Touch Bionics has created an eye limb that's like Luke Skywalker's hand in Star Wars, with 5 individually powered fingers and a rotating thumb and wrist. It is the most dexterous prosthetic hand to ever be created, with 24 different grips that the wearer can select with the app on their phone. Hey, nice to meet you. Just one second, I gotta control it to shake your hand. Just give me a second. But it's not just your phone. The eye limb can also be controlled with muscle signals using electrodes in the wrist that communicate with the device's computer to perform preset movements. Right now, the eye limb has an aluminum chassis, but they're developing artificial skin for those who basically don't want to be confused with the Terminator. Hey, Matt, nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you. You want to shake my hand? I'm a computer. Number 8 is a 3D printed heart. Organ transplants and the long list of sick people that are waiting for donors to die so that they can live might become a thing of the past if 3D printing technology continues to grow at the current rate. Nicholas Kouas, a doctor student at Swiss Science University ETH Zurich, created the first 3D printed heart with a complex inner structure using soft, flexible material. The biggest problem with artificial hearts on the market today is that the hard metal and plastic mechanics do not integrate well into human tissue, causing infection and damaging the blood due to the unnatural rhythm. His model is far simpler, being a single functioning unit that fills and deflates to create a pumping action much like a real heart. Now, while it is still in beta, it does show proof of concept that 3D organs could work much better in the near future. Again, keep in mind, this is not some video game. It's a heart, and you don't want to put a heart that's in beta, because if that glitches, you're gonna be like, ah! Number 7 are auditory brainstem implants. If you asked grade schooler Caden Moran in 2014, "Can you hear me?" he definitely couldn't, because unfortunately, he was born deaf without cochleas, so the standard cochlear implant wouldn't work. However, young Caden was part of an experimental study at the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles to test auditory brainstem implants, or ABI, that is connected to a microphone and transmitter on his head. Electrical signals are broadcast broadcast into the brain implant that stimulate the auditory neurons, the hearing center of the brain, by bypassing the inner ear entirely. According to lead pediatric neurosurgeon Dr. Mark Krieger, the procedure is best suited to young children whose brains can grow and develop around the implant. And amazingly, Caden can now hear his family for the first time, although technically his supersonic hearing is still in beta. What an incredible gift! However, he has supersonic hearing? What does that mean? Can he hear through walls and stuff? Because that would basically make him a superhero. Number 6 are interchangeable limbs. Wouldn't it be great if you could switch out limbs for various occasions? You know, like small legs for airplane rides in coach and long legs for Beyonce concerts? Well, biophysicist and engineer at MIT Hugh Herr is way ahead of you, because after losing his legs below the knee to frostbite in a mountain climbing accident, he created his own line of specialized prosthetic legs for different activities, like running, swimming, and ice climbing. Herr has developed a number of patents, but it's his bionic ankle, the Biom, that is truly incredible. It uses sensors and computers as well as a battery to allow amputees to walk with full control and without losing any energy. He claims that the Biom will soon be merged with the human body, and by the end of the 21st century, physical disabilities will be a thing of the past. I've never thought of having bionic ankles, but hey, start small and move all the way up. The future's now. Number 5 is an artificial pancreas. Diabetes is one of the leading killers of people in the first world, and as diets become uniformly bad with globalization, it's also starting to kill many people in the third world as well. The disease is a result of a malfunctioning pancreas that's supposed to regulate the insulin levels in the body and lowers glucose levels so that we don't get hypoglycemia. But thanks to modern medicine, we now have the artificial pancreas, sometimes called the bionic pancreas, that can be implanted into the body to regulate insulin levels so that patients don't have to. The way they work is that they react to a diabetic's current glucose levels and, if necessary, pause insulin delivery once a safe level is achieved. These artificial pancreases are already saving lives and allowing diabetics to eat, well, whatever they want. Just one more excuse to eat chocolate cake, which is something I don't need. Number 4 is the Super Carbon Arm. Metal Gear Solid gamers rejoice because Snake's prosthetic arm sort of already exists on a 20-something Londoner. James Young lost an arm and a leg in a train accident in 2012. During his rehab, the avid gamer taught himself to use the controller with his one hand, chin, and teeth. This is why he was chosen by prosthetic sculptor Sophie de Oliveira Barada as a lucky recipient of a bespoke 60,000-pound carbon fiber limb. It's precisely controlled by tiny movements on his back. He debuted his arm at the 2016 Body Hacking Con, revealing its capabilities that include a flashlight, laser, LED lights synchronized to his heartbeat, and a USB port to charge his phone. By the way, it also has an integrated screen to check his Instagram likes, because why not? Number 3 is a bionic eye. Canadian filmmaker Rob Spence is known as the Cyborg because of his prosthetic eye with a wireless video camera embedded in it. Spence lost his eye in a shooting accident as a kid, and rather than have an empty eye socket, he installed a synthetic eyeball with a camera, creating the closest thing to literal POV filmmaking. Hey, how are you? Yeah, no, I'm just recording this right now, don't mind me. Now, the eye is not attached to his brain just yet, but it does record what he sees and then transmits it to storage off-site from his body. The Cyborg project is a collaboration between Spence, ocularist Phil Bowen, who designed it, engineer Costa Grammatis, who designed the camera, and electrical engineer Martin Ling, who got it all working in a tiny space. They now have a real-looking eyeball that has all kinds of uses. You know what I'm saying? Just you can see everything. Real life vlogging. Real life vlogging is what I was thinking of. What were you thinking? Number 2 is a bionic penis. Ah, come on, you kind of wondered if this was going to be on the list. Science fiction meets adult films meets philanthropy in this cyborg tale about Scotsman Muhammad Abad, who was the world's first bionic penis receiver. He lost his original manhood as a young boy after a car accident that left him memberless until 2016 at the age of 44. A team of British doctors created a bionic penis using nerves and skin that was grafted from his arm, and after 121 surgeries in 4 years that cost 70,000 pounds, they managed to fully attach the prosthetic. Since the implant, countless female strangers have contacted him, eager to try out the robo goods. Hey, how are you? Listen, is this Robo Penis Man? Okay, great, listen, you don't know me, but I have something to ask you. And number 1 is a bionic body. If having a 3D printed organ, bionic limb, or robo-genitals isn't cyborg enough for you, then here comes the bionic man that could offer a full conversion from human to machine. While not technically human, he was born in 2013 to British robotics engineer Rich Walker and Matthew Godden of Shadow Robot Company, who cobbled him together with the greatest hits from labs across the world. The bionic man cost $1 million to build and simulates 2/3 of basic human organ functions except the liver, stomach, and intestines that are still in development. And the craziest thing is that scientists believe that we aren't that far away from being able to transfer your entire consciousness into a robot such as this. In other words, you guessed it, this would make you immortal. It's kind of cool. So that was 10 new technologies that will make you a cyborg. But if you guys enjoyed this, remember to give it a big thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell beside the subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing, because I release new videos all the time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.